Uncle Ducky. Hey everybody. It's another cooking night. We're gonna cook some chicken spaghetti. Alright, so first things first, bring the chicken into the pig. Gonna get some of this water off of it a little bit. Rinse it. Put some of the ice crystals up off of there. So I hope everybody's having a great night. If you don't know, I am Tess the Nene, aka Tess. And tonight we're gonna be cooking chicken sausage with turkey sausage turkey sausage spaghetti. And this is a inexpensive meal. All meals that I've been making lately have been 30 or less. So I'm pretty sure that you can make a meal to feed 5 with seconds and it'll be filling. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna season up this chicken. And we're using this Goya adobe, some Badia complete seasoning, just a little cayenne pepper, not a lot. I'm gonna go in again with the Brazilian house because it's a good season. So we have some flavor. And we're just using some regular turkey sausage, regular Muller's rotini for our pasta. So it's technically not spaghetti, but I put spaghetti because it's gonna be kind of like a spaghetti feel. I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning. I'm also gonna be using some coconut oil for the bottom of the pan. Excuse me. So yeah, get that going so we can get that melting in there. Just get a clump of this real quick. So our coconut oil is going in the pan. We're going to turn it on to begin our melting process. Once it starts melting, I'm going to turn it back down. So this is going to be, again, another one-pot meal. Easy peasy. So the cleanup will be very good and easy. The only thing you have to clean into this meal is your dish. Unless you use the paper plates the smart way. As parents do. All right. So now, let's get this season going. A little bit of complete. And if you don't know, I stay with a few influencers. So if you hear anything in the background, they're streaming, gaming right now. So, yeah. That's the people I am cooking for. My lovely family. So, it's just a little spice, not too much. I don't want too spicy. But I like a little spice. Just a little flavor. Gonna go in with the Brazilian mix. It says marinate for about 15 minutes. I usually let it marinate as it's cooking. So I just basically season it, toss it, and see how long. Oh, excuse me, that pepper. That cayenne has some sneezes. Excuse me now. Give y'all a little ambiance with the lights. Gonna season half the pack, toss it, and then season the other half of the pack. After that, our coconut oil is melted. We can turn that down until we got our chicken right and good and marinated. I'm going to let it marinate long enough for me to cut the sausage up. toss it. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to another live. Please do check out my content. I got various content. So if cooking is not your thing, you might like something on the channel. So go check it out. We got a various content on the channel for sure. Later on, I'll plug y'all to my family stuff. We got Twitch channels going, all kind of stuff. We keep ourselves busy in a productive way. All right, so we got that good and tossed. Now we're gonna use the rest of our seasoning pack and let it sit as I put up the sausage for it. All right. So now we're gonna go in and cut the turkey sausage. I'm gonna open it. But while we do opening it, I'm just gonna sit this to the side while it marinates. There's a little heat to my finger. Cutting board. Okay. Now the sausage. Just move that all around. Cut the sausage up. Alright. So we're going to place the sausage in. Just going to cut it in little rings. Nothing fancy. Just little bite-sized pieces, you know. Like I said, this is turkey sausage, but you can use any sausage. Goodness gracious, same thing. I think my dog be manifesting through the phone because he has done it again. So we're just gonna put his little piece to the side that he manifested the fall. He's a master manifester now. I'm telling you. Master manifester. Something your father here? Move around with your manifesting self, please. Go, Zaza. If you don't know, I have a little French bulldog. He likes to join me as I cook. Not to learn, but just to wait on the food to cook, because he eats with us. He's spoiled. Plus, I love him, so I'd rather him eat regular food than, you know, the regular schmegular. So we can get that out the camera now. Now that we got that cut, we're gonna begin our chicken to cook, and we can turn the heat back up. Toss this. All right. Now that we got that turned back up, and just make sure it's good and seasoned. Toss it in the pan. Let the sizzle begin as the heat cranks back up. Alright. And then we're gonna move this out of the way. Like I said, it's always good to clean as you go so you don't have any cleanup afterwards. You don't wanna stress yourself out after cooking. You wanna just be done with it and relax. So you can't go get the dishes going. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, go ahead and mess it up. Even if you just do a quick rinse so that when you do come to wash it, it's not much to do after that. Plus to cut back on cross contamination, you just want anything your meat has been in, you want to just always keep it clean. I never put the rest of the seasoning, so I'm gonna put the seasoning on now. You know what? That's enough. I'm just gonna leave the half a pack because it's good for something else. And luckily, it's well seasoned already. Just that helps bring a little extra kick. We're gonna just leave it right there. In fact, I'll leave it. So no, just leave it there. Alright, so we're gonna let that brown at the bottom and then we're gonna toss it. We're just gonna enjoy the sizzle as it does its thing. Yep. Good, inexpensive filling meals. Always good for the fam. You know. Nothing like cooking. Oh, one other ingredient that you will not see is that I cook also with some love. But it's felt. I know you feel the vibes as I'm cooking with it right now. Now we're gonna begin to stir it to get that seasoned sauce. Get the butter browning already. This ain't gonna take no time. It's electric. It's electric. gonna let that side brown. Then we're gonna cover it so that it can start cooking on the inside as well. When this chicken is fully done, it's gonna be like shreds. So it starts off whole. And by the way, these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And after they cook good, they're gonna just shred on it. It's gonna take a little minute, but not too long. Yeah, so once it browns on the opposite side, we're gonna turn it to medium heat. Right now it's on high heat. So if you turn it to medium heat and then cover as to continue to let it cook on the inside thoroughly. You don't want anything clicking. Alright, we can go ahead and turn it down now to about medium heat, and we're gonna cover it. So yeah, now we're just allowing our meat to cook thoroughly on the inside. Once that gets good and cooked to a good little decent range, I'm gonna mix the sausage. And I can actually mix it in pretty soon, but I'm gonna let it just get to a good, almost done state. Then I'm gonna mix the sausage in. Yeah. Stir again. See what we're looking like. I wish I could smell it. It smells really good. Okay, good. So keep on cooking on the outside. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. Yeah. I'm just gonna let that continue to do its thing. So yeah, um, it doesn't really matter which pastas you use or which sauce you use or whether you use turkey, sausage. I'm just using this because I'm on my journey, and also it's cost efficient how I bought everything. So, do what's best for your household and your taste buds, and enjoy yourself as you do it. Don't stress yourself over it. But yes, I also just thank you again for tuning into the channel. Definitely check out the content. If you haven't liked, please do like some content like this video. Share this video. Also, just tune in more as I do more. Subscribe to the channel. Set your notifications to the bell ringing when I go live. I've been doing it every night, so you don't want to miss out. I'm making a chicken turkey sausage, kind of like a spaghetti pasta. It's not the traditional because we're cooking it all in one pot. It's gonna be very delicious. I wish you could smell it right now. It is smelling off. So what we got already is the chicken. I'll let you see the chicken because it's time for me to stir. We're just cooking it from boneless chicken thighs. Okay. You usually do it with, did I miss one thing? You usually do it with a certain different meat, which I was just saying, do it to your liking for sure. Tossing it. It's almost to the texture where I want to mix the sausage in and get the flavor of the seasoning on the sausage as well, which I think I am going to, and to give that sausage a good little crisp. So we're going to mix that on in. It's turkey sausage, by the way. Yeah, and listen, I was just saying, besides these seasonings, something else that I was using that's been my go-to secret weapon has been this Brazil. I've been using this season along with my regular seasons, and oh my goodness, I used half a pack today, not on purpose, but I might end up putting it in the actual sauce. It is gonna be so bomb. So we're gonna mix the sausage in so we can get some of that flavor as well, and let that cook. With it. We still got it on medium heat. Break these links apart and then let it cook as I stir. Top it back off. And like I told everybody else, by the end of this meal, this chicken is going to be shredded. It's going to start breaking up as it gets tender. We got our sausage in there. I'm going to put the top on and let it continue to cook. Lord. Well, the two sauces that I'm working with, I love to have an herby type flavor, so I chose the tomato, basil, garlic pasta sauce, and also I'm recently really getting into mushrooms, which I gotta find where I can buy more mushrooms. But I just got the mushroom pasta sauce just to try something different. I normally would go with the meat sauce, but we're just gonna try something new, or either like that 4 cheese mix, you know. Yes, Lord. Yeah, the veggie and meat for flavor is really good. Yeah, green pepper sauce. You know, we're getting into our healthy journey, and we've been on it, but you know, getting the kids into more veggies. So it is good to cook with, like, when I was growing up, my mom put onions and green pepper in everything. So, you know, I think we will transition to using more for the natural flavors to get into our meats along with the sauce, you know. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Sanchez. I'm really appreciative. Definitely thank you so much. I was saying, cooking is very therapeutic for me. You know, for women, if you do it, set yourself up so that it's not overwhelming. Cooking can be very therapeutic and just calming. You know, just like gaming can be therapeutic for men, cooking can be therapeutic for women. You know, I enjoy it. I do. It's nothing like making a good meal with love and having your family enjoy it so that they can feel good and full. Back in the day, my grandma would cook, and I promise you, it didn't have to be anything spectacular. It didn't have to be anything very filling, but it just seemed like you could tell that it was so full of love, and you would just feel so good afterward, after eating it. She cooked some real meals though on Sunday. Those good home cooked meals. Oh my goodness. Collard green type things. Oh man. Cabbage. Real mac and cheese. Real cornbread. Oh, any bread. Any kind of biscuit bread. Oh my goodness. It was so good. She used to cook it up. Yeah, I feel that. I do agree. I like engaging really in cleaning, and it really is really like if you have something on your mind, it's good to just do something positive like cleaning. And also after you feel it, you can feel after you do clean, you feel a sense of pride, and you do just feel like the atmosphere is lighter. So I do agree that that could be therapeutic as well. So we're gonna give it a good stir real quick. I think I hear my dog upstairs playing, running around a bit. Gonna flip it, making sure that the chicken is cooking evenly, and give everything a good stir. You're gonna see me occasionally stab it to see if it's ready to start poking at it so that it just shreds up. You know, it's crazy because I used to have, I've been prep cook before, and I've had jobs as cooking jobs. And even though, I would be good at it, I lost the therapy side of cooking because it became a job where it just made me lose the, the want to do it as often as I do now. But I also loved working as a cook because I learned to make different recipes inexpensively as well. Yeah, I do. I wouldn't even want to just say it's Louisiana, but for my meal, but yeah, the sausage does give that Louisiana, the Louisiana feel to it. So I do agree. And I don't think, it's always good to look up a recipe. I always love to learn other cultures' way of cooking. I was telling my other viewers the other day, I used to work in a Japanese kitchen with all my coworkers were Latino. So it's good I love to learn how other cultures cook because it's always just good to get a little extra knowledge on how to spice it up in the kitchen. Yeah, the time it can be time consuming for sure. Cooking can be time consuming. That's why I try to like this became a way where I can engage with people on the channel and also do something that I love and not, be overwhelmed with doing too much in the day. I combined the two, put it together so that I can, continue to put content out and also do something I love at the same time. I really, as we began to eat out because of work, like after the pandemic, I noticed that, restaurants just stopped. Well, it's not because of restaurants and what they want to provide. It's just like the want to work, changed everything. Like people to stop wanting to work, and so food started tasting different every time we eat out. So it's just like began to feel that I was wasting money when I ate out. So now I do really enjoy eating, cooking at home because I know it's gonna taste good, because you don't really want Brenda and Bobby cooking your food and they really pissed off at Susie at the job and you just feel all that hate that they cooking with. It is a waste of money. So, and like I said, every meal I've been cooking this week has been under $30. So, and I feed a family of 5 and we all get full and it's usually leftovers. And I feed my dog as well. So that's really a family of 6 that we feed from all of my meals under 30, where usually we would go out and spend 50 plus, and that's just regular fast food. It is better. I'm telling you, it's like you know what's going in it. You don't have to question what's going in your food. It really does. Like emotion is very much in your food. So it's like you want to have positive vibes. You could taste if somebody wasn't feeling it. Like sometimes the exact same recipe can taste totally different. Because it just rubs off. Yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. Yeah. And that's another good thing that I learned when I was cooking at a restaurant, cooking for in that kitchen. I learned to cook major, large portions in a good amount of time and not take so long, to feed a lot of people. Right now I'm just cooking for 6, but I can cook the same meal probably for 30 if I have a large enough pot. I'll give it a stir, make sure it's not browning too hard at the bottom. Get hot. Just poking, seeing how tender the young got. Oh yeah, it's starting to break up now, which is good. Start kind of breaking this chicken up. I do love some good Louisiana food though. Oh my goodness, some gumbo. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Love it. It's really delicious. Oh my goodness. I am one person who's allergic to seafood, but I actually eat it still. I just take the Benadryl for it. I actually don't make meal plans for the week. I literally freestyle it. Like tonight, I actually was at the store because I was getting off. And as I was getting up, I'm like, what am I gonna cook? What am I gonna cook? So I literally try to think of it within the day. What am I gonna cook for the night when I get home? And I try to think, yes, gumbo does that. It is like mouth water. It's making my mouth water as I think about it. But I literally think about what I'm gonna make right before I get off. Purchase whatever I'm gonna cook. Come home and put it on right after I get a little relaxation in, get a little TLC time in, time to unwind and transition because you must transition out of work. And then once I do that, I come on in here and I cook. And that's another way to ensure that you're in a good vibe when you are cooking. You don't want to be coming in here throwing pots around, you know what I'm saying? It's not cool. Alright, so I'm gonna top it, let it tenderize a little bit more, and then I'm gonna come back to stirring it around. Like to keep the water good and hot, so when I do pour the water in, it's good and boiling, and it sets a good ambiance in here. Yes, a big family, like inflation, all food has went up. Like I know because I work retail, all the prices have went up. So with the prices going up, like I used to be able to do this meal even cheaper than how I'm doing it now. But because of inflation, I usually try to budget 30 under, but sometimes, our more extravagant meals might be 45 or something like that. But yes, it's easy to spend that much cooking real quick, either cooking or going out to eat. Yeah, it is really easy. It's really easy just to work to pay bills, eat, and for gas. It's like, it is crazy. So many families like come into my line and they tell me about, like they're just happy to spend under a certain amount because it's rare that people come in to buy anything and they spend under $100. It's easy. So as soon as you leave your house, if you're planning on going to the store or just to do anything, it's easy to spend $150 quick. And I ain't even talking about before you get to cook your meal. You just gassing up. Well, I guess 50 or 60 of that would be for the meal, but it's so easy just stepping out to spend that much. What you picking and stuff? You picking? You being bad? My little dog is down here by my feet, just waiting patiently. Not so patiently. He just hopped on the lap. But I know he smell it. It smells so good. And I have that Brazilian mix to thank for that. That mix, it's a really good season to use on all types of meals. If you've been watching the videos, you'll be able to tune in and see that I've used it on my last 3 meals for different types of things, and it's very flavorful and it makes everything taste so good. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's good to save and be able to spend on some wants sometimes. So if you can save on your needs, then you have just a little something for self-care and self-love later on in the week. What's one of y'all favorite go-to meals if you have to cook something quick? Lately, we've been doing tacos because tacos are a good, quick, fast, efficient meal, and it's something that everybody loves. And also chili. Yeah, so this is what I do. I always just add a little extra flavor. If I get the store brand of anything, that's why I don't do it too heavy, but I give my meat a good flavor, and because this all is going in one pot, the pasta is gonna be very flavorful. I just try to make sure, and then once I do put the sauce in, you're gonna see I'm gonna add a little more seasoning to the sauce because it will, it does need a little love to it to add to it, but I make it taste right. You won't even know. You won't even know what value mean, what type of sauce I use. It might taste like a little bit of Prego or something. Oh yeah, mashed potatoes with the gravy. Ooh, popcorn, chicken bowls. Oh yes, chicken tender. Yes, and gravy. I'm gonna tell you, I had my little era of fried foods, and I had a deep fryer. And I used to cook up some wings, and I'm gonna tell you, some breaded chicken is very good. But I used to cook naked wings, meaning like no breading, just dipping it straight in the grease, and most of your flavor is coming after it with the sauce. It's a good, quick meal where you don't have to do too much. But oh my goodness, that gravy and that mashed potatoes and that chicken is so good. It's a good go-to meal. And I love biscuits with anything. I just eat biscuits and gravy just by itself. So good. Got to give it a good stir. Make sure it ain't getting too brown on one side. Make sure that it's cooking evenly. And see if it's tendering up some more to keep on shredding it up. My kids really used to love fast food, and it's got to the point where my kids don't even really like fast food anymore because it's been terrible. Like, you know, like not only the inflation, it's just like with inflation, the pay hasn't went up, so it's like people are overworked and underpaid. So you can't really expect them to be in the kitchen, you know, cooking other people's food like they would in their own house. But shoot, most of them getting that food and not even cooking because they're so tired when they get off. They're not even wanting to cook when they get home. So I'm just thankful for the position that I'm in to now to have the want and will to come home and cook, you know. Because I know some jobs are so bad that people don't even want to cook after all that. I know I love a good air fryer. I had a bomb air fryer. I gotta get another one. I really love a good air fryer because you can cook anything in it. And if you get one of those one that's made like a mini oven, oh my goodness, I put steak in that thing and they come out, like you said, half the time, easy cleanup. Oh my goodness, it's so juicy and it's healthier without deep frying, you know. That's another reason why I let the deep fryer kind of go to get off a lot of that unhealthy eating. But if you must deep fry, I recommend that you fry with the healthier oils, such as like the coconut oils, like such what I'm put in tonight's meal, just to sear the chicken. You know, it's just always good. It's alternatives you can do to cook better. You know, tonight I'm not pairing with some veggies only because I was rushing in the store, but I would think a good broccoli, cauliflower, and carrot mix would be great to pair with this. You know, you could steam it or even just mix it in. I thought about mixing it into one of my other meals, and I think for our next meal I will start getting. I was just talking with my other half, and we were just discussing how we need to incorporate more veggies into our meals. You know, just to have some nutrition mixed in. And it can start like that. That's why how the kids can get used to just, you know, eating it. You make it taste so good that they're not, you know, not wanting to eat it. It won't go to waste. See how that chicken is just breaking up now? It's tenderizing now. That marinade is so good that half the pack I still can smell it really flagrant. And it's doing this job. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's cooking a lot faster than it did yesterday. Because I did like just a chicken pasta without the sauce yesterday. And so this is like kind of like a different variation of the same thing. Just adding a red sauce to it though. And again, I used all the same seasonings, and it's going to taste different though, because a little bit of variation changes a lot with it. Alright, so I'm going to top it one more time, let it keep on until it's just a little bit more cooked, and then I'm going to mix my pasta in and some water, let that cook down, and we're going to mix the sauce directly into the one pan. Easy one pan meal. Yeah, oh yeah. So people don't know about that bouillon. My mom used to cook with bouillon, and ooh, that bouillon makes it so good. Adding a little butter and water, and see, low sodium is good. You know, we all have to hop into that low sodium because everything has salt in it these days. You know, or just some kind of sodium. So it's good when you are going for the low sodium things that can make your meal a lot healthier. Yeah. Oh yeah. And them veggies. Oh yeah. That's gonna make that make them veggies taste almost like it got some meat that's been cooked with it, and that makes people tear it up. I ain't gonna lie. My mom used to like bake chicken, and when she used to bake chicken, that's when she used to use her bouillon a lot. The little cubes. That was one of her like best meals she used to cook was baked chicken. Turn it up just a little bit, get it really good. Finish it out. Okay. Okay. That's a unique mix. I like that mix. And I'm seeing your little picture that explains your beauty. I love to see the culture mix. It's so beautiful. Yes, you're very welcome. Gonna give my water a good little turn on so that it stays good and hot because it's coming close to the pasta time. So I want it to be good and boiling. You know, another thing I do to avoid salt is I don't even buy salt in general, just the regular plain salt. I mean, if you are going to use salt, it's better to use the healthier salts, like, what is that salt called that is, it's a certain salt, I'm going to think of it, but it's like rock. I think of it, it has a little grinder. Yes, it's kind of going to be kind of like, I've been doing it this way. I seen a video, and it's kind of like almost like how you do hamburger helper. You put everything is all in the same mix. Right. The noodles they can be a little bit firmer, but the longer it sits, the more softer the noodles get. You know, like if you like simmer it, the longer it simmers, the softer the noodle gets. But it's nothing wrong with cooking your noodles separate and then adding it to the mix, because then you can have them to be the texture exactly like you would like them. Yeah, and you know the good thing about these size noodles, that's why I did say it's kind of technically not a spaghetti because using these type of noodles, they're smaller. But you know, if you did use like the half size noodles in it, I would imagine that it would cook just as good. But I wouldn't want them to stick together. Like these don't tend to stick together. Like also, if you get like lasagna noodles, yeah, let's brown them now. So they browning. Everything is brown. So good now. Go ahead. Turn it down just a bit. love this good. Like I would put this right in a taco. This is so good. This looks really good. So yeah, I got the chicken to the texture I want now. Turned it down a little bit. We're gonna add our pasta straight into this pot. Add this water that's hot and boiled now. And then we're gonna let that cook. And after that cooks good, we're gonna add the sauce into it. All one pot meal. That's good looking. I'm just putting the bigger chunks. Good, and broke down. Now, I'm gonna add pasta into it. Yeah, the half-size spaghetti is, yeah, it's pretty cool. I usually buy the full-size spaghetti and just break it in half, so I could purchase it, but I always just end up buying the full size and breaking it in. So I just pour it right on in. It's all dry. Now we're gonna just add the water. Yesterday, we had a little bit of boil over, so I'm not gonna pour too much over it, but enough that the noodles. Okay, Zaza. I want you to get burned, baby. My little bulldog, my little French bulldog is below me. I have my foot, and I'll be telling him to get back so as to not be in danger's way, you know. So yeah, just enough to where the water is just about to cover it. I like to stir it so that the flavor goes on and get around the noodles. And I'm gonna turn it on a very high heat. And then I cover it. Set my timer for about 12 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on, since it's already hot water. That's what guarantees, that's another thing that keeps it from just being too soft, the actual pasta. A little noodle that don't want to get in there now. We're gonna cover it so it can cook thoroughly. Wipe off this moisture. All right. Yeah, I like penne pasta. I just love pasta in general. And this is something that I'm trying to get away from is all these carbs. So, you know, as we're on my healthier journey, when we get healthier, we're going to find some alternatives to cook. I've been watching a lot of videos to find little things to make. But I love carbs, man. That's the one thing that, oh my goodness, I got to get off the carbs. But I love, and I'm not a heavy set person, but you know, you just want to eat better. But oh my goodness, pasta is one of the things I love, along with rice. I love rice so much. So delicious. That's another meal thing that I could cook with literally anything. I love cooking with things that are kind of like fillers, because I don't have little children. I have big children. My children are taller than me, so I be wanting to make sure that, and they're men. So I be wanting all the men that I cook for. I stay with a house full of men. I want everybody to get full. I know. They are so good for you and so bad at the same time. It's good when you need some energy to burn. You know, if you got to go to work and you want to just have something to get on you. But I notice if I eat some carbs and I get to moving around, my metabolism is so high that I burn it off quick. Oh yeah, so we're gonna set our timer now. That we got a little boil going for about 12 minutes. Okay, 4 and 11. Okay. Or 4 and under 11. I understand that. Man, that's cool though. I bet they keep you busy. They keep you young as well. You know, my kids keep me knowing all the terminology. And it's funny because I don't use it correctly if they teach me the slang of their time right now. But it's funny, you know what I mean? Because, like, if I'm watching any of these little shorts, these little videos, and I try to use some of the slang I done heard, they'll be like, Mom, what are you saying? So that's funny. But I love, you know, I love little people, the little kids, and my kids are like the best thing I've done in my life, and I'm thankful for them. And you know what's funny? It's like they have been wise since they've been the age of your kids. Since they were under 11, they've been very wise. You know what? It's crazy that my kid, that's how I feel as well. Sometimes that I do feel a little older, but it's not because of the kids. It's just I just feel older in time, you know. But thankfully, they say, you know, that us melanated beings don't age too bad. So I'm still looking young, but I am the same. I've just turned a year older, so I'm 37 as well. I was 36. I just turned 37, so I definitely get that. Had mine's young, but I'm very happy that they're 15 and 16 right now. My kids. Okay, that's so cool. That's good. I love that you have a mixture. You have the boys and the so you get to have some girl time as well with your girl as well. I said I was meant to have boys though because I wouldn't have known what to do with the little girl. Because I'm one of those moms that's like a gamer mom. I feel you. It's crazy because like now I've been a parent for about 20 years now. It's crazy because people come, they see me and my son together and they be like, "This is your mom," and I'm not trying to like, I'm not glazing. That's some of that slang that they use. I'm not trying to glaze you, but I look youthful. I don't feel like I look as young as I used to, but you know, they still say I do. What area do y'all stay in? Like what state? You don't have to be direct, just what state. We're right now in Georgia, but we do a lot of traveling, so we've been all around the continent. Well, all around North America, USA, North America, that part. Yes, gaming is fun. I used to game more when they were toddlers, and that's what they're doing now. They are streaming now on their Twitches. Okay, shout out to Las Vegas, by the way. Definitely love that area. We've been through as we stayed in Cali. We stayed in Southern California, and we enjoyed that. We have definitely been through, and it is very hot and desert like. What's the weather like right now? Right now, it's been bipolar here. It's been a little bit of. Some days it's been seeming like it's kind of cold, then it gets back warm. I just dress in layers to make sure I'm prepared for whatever. Okay. Oh, you're in New Mexico. I read that wrong. So New Mexico is cool too. I haven't been to New Mexico, but I would imagine that it's similar Yeah, it has been raining right now. I said they got them weather machines working right now. I wouldn't know what season it is. So we got 7 minutes on the clock. We almost had it cooking for about half of the, well, a little bit more than half of the 12 minutes that I set the timer for. So I'm gonna give it a good stir. Then we're gonna let it continue to cook in the pot. We stayed in Texas as well, in Houston for some time, and it was quite hot there. I had to get used to it because it's a different type of hot. It's like hot, hot. Is New Mexico very hot like that? I'm talking about. When I stayed in Cali, I would have assumed it was gonna be way hotter, but it's like not that hot there. It's really a great weather texture there. I'm glad it doesn't get too hot. Yes, we got half the family in here right now, y'all. No, he gonna get it. I'm gonna cook it. I said he be manifesting, making sure he can get a little bit of drop in case I don't Okay, so you so you know the LA, but I miss it so much. It was wonderful there. We got chat going off over here. Yeah, so South Central, we used to ride through there as well when we stayed. Cali is just such a vibe. Oh my goodness, it's so like everybody is on their health. Everybody is at the beach. Everybody is just in good vibes. Ain't nobody upset. You know, if cost of living wasn't so high, I would be there right now. We got 4 minutes on the timer. What I like to do is just to see how my noodles are tasting once the first timer goes off, and I just play it by ear and eye. It is very intense. The cost of living everywhere, ain't gonna lie, is very high. Because even here, while I'm complaining about LA prices, Georgia is fairly high. So it's like a baby Hollywood around here. It's like the prices have definitely went up as well. So it's just like really just having home where you're at. Just be happy with everything wherever you're at, wherever the scenery. But I do love great scenery. So a lot of times when I am cooking, a lot of times I have the fam come check in, see about where we at with the meal, you know, a little check-in. And like Zaza, my dog, he's always gonna be right here checking in the whole time to make sure to see how the food. If you hear his little feet, that's him walking around here. Okay, I do appreciate you just for tuning in. I really do. This is some adapting that I'm doing too, because I usually cook earlier in the day myself. So my meals have become late night meals. So I just thank you for tuning in. You've been a great person to chat with as I am cooking this. It's been very cool. Yes, thank you. I do appreciate it. Appreciate it. I know that we will enjoy it. Thank you so much. And I hope you do subscribe because I will be cooking every night. So I hope you do continue to tune in to the lives. Thank you so much. You stay safe as well. God bless. To you and your family. See you later. This is So that's our first timer. We're gonna give it a stir and see how our noodles are tasting. If it needs a little more time, we're gonna let it cook to the correct texture. Then we're gonna add our sauce to the pot. Just stir. See what we get with the noodles. Just a piece of this. See where it's at. Okay, our noodles are a good consistency, but they're a bit al dente, so we're gonna let them cook for about 5 more minutes. Then I'm gonna add the sauce in. Set the timer now. 5 minutes on the clock. Going to turn it down now though, about this, because it's been on high heat. We're gonna turn it down to about medium low heat for those next 5 minutes. So yeah, we're just letting it simmer now for the next 5 minutes, letting our noodles soften up. It's gonna be good. The smell is so good. The noodle, when I tasted it, was already very flavorful because it had the season from the chicken and the sausage to mix in with it. So when I do mix my sauce in, I'm just gonna add just a little flavor to the sauce. But it is so good. The chicken and the sausage is so flavorful that I don't think I'm gonna have to put too heavy of a seasoning on it. So as when we do mix the sauce in, I have a secret. You want to add a little sweetener to your sauce to kind of get the bitterness taste out of it. So this is our secret ingredient, a little organic honey to add at the end. We'll put that in the back so y'all can. But that is the secret. If you're not putting like a little sugar, but not too much to make it sweet, just enough to take a little bit of the bitterness out. Honey is awesome and it's healthy for you. This is raw organic honey. Is so good for you. Down to our last 2 minutes. We're just waiting on it to continue to just simmer so that those noodles are softening up. And we're gonna mix in our sauce. That was a reminder from our timer. We're down to the last minute. My dog is so engaged right now. He's just looking directly at the timer. Like he knows what it's talking about. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit the beat. All right. That means we're gonna give it another taste test to see if those noodles are at the texture that I want them. Stir it first. Oh yeah, I can tell how it's looking and how they're fluffing, but the noodles are at a good consistency, but I'm gonna taste it. That's the good thing about being a cook. You get the taste test as you cook it. It's a must too. You don't want to just not taste it. Yes, that's good. It's really good. That is awesome. Alright, so I'm going to go in now. I'm going to turn it low with the basil garlic. Love that sound. The pop. Just pour heavy. Alright. We're going to come with our mushroom. If you ever have a hard time opening, just beat the jar at the bottom. Give it a good twist. Just mix that on in now as well. Uh-oh, got a little spillage. We're going to get that up. Now, I'm going to pour just a little bit into these. Swirl it around. Just to add a little bit of moisture to it. Get all your sauce. Pour it in there. Get all your sauce at the bottom. And wipe that up. Pour that on in there. Now good stir. Working with a real full pot, so you gotta be very careful to not have any spillage, as you can see, but I'm ready for any spills we got. I got my good cloth is ready to go to work. Let's see. I'm gonna just toss. After I give it a good stir, I'm gonna season it a bit. Put our honey in there as well. Turn it on low. That's to not cook too royally. Maybe splattering everything. It looks really good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take Zaza portion out now. That way it gives some room in the pot for some stirring. Because now our meal is basically done, but we just want to make sure that the season, this is from a little Zaza, and also give some room for some stirring. He eats like a little king, I promise y'all. He's so spoiled. Look at that. Put his to the side. Now we can stir and get the seasoning. That way we can avoid any more spillage. All right. Oh, that's really good. Now we have room to mix in our honey. Just a little bit now, not too much. We're gonna do like a good tablespoon of honey and stir it through. This honey is more firm instead of like soupy, so it needs to melt in and get stirred through, stirred thoroughly. Here. Waiting on it to just get a little, turn it back up to get a little boil going, then turn it down. And get a little mess up. Be careful not to burn myself. So yeah, you can feed a family of 6 for under $25. And you know, when I think about it, I spent on this particular meal $25. I already had the pasta at the house, but that included my drinks. I was able to get 2 drinks that were almost $4. That was almost like $6 and some change for my drinks. So really, I got all of this for almost $20. And it's gonna feed a family of 6. I guarantee you everybody's gonna be full. So save you $1 and cook at the house. Got it pretty high. I'm gonna turn it back down to the medium high so it doesn't keep splattering everything. Just a little season, just for a little extra flavor. We're gonna add a little bit of our all-purpose again. Going in a little light, just light. Going in with our complete again. We don't want it to be bland. A little light. And our meat is very flavorful, so we don't have to keep it too heavy at all. And now we go in with the honey and I mix it all up. Just a tablespoon of honey, y'all. About this much. I'm gonna put it, lift it up. See, this is that thick honey now. Use this spoon to stir it in. Let it melt. And once that honey go in, you gotta be careful because you don't want it to start scorching at the bottom. So I will turn it just a little bit lower. But we want the heat to melt it up. We want to be able to stir the seasoning in. 1 pot meal, y'all. This was boneless skinless chicken thighs and turkey sausage. In a very inexpensive meal, y'all. It's gonna be so good. So if you're gonna eat like, it's gonna taste like $1 million. Alright, we're gonna stir that. It smells good. I can smell the honey. Let's give it more of a stir. I'm just gonna close up this honey. Ambiance as we wait for this to finish up. Yeah, it tastes good. To the point that it cooks for just a little bit longer. But I'm going to make my plate soon. Because we're done now. This would be good with like some garlic toast, which I forgot the bread. That's what I just realized. But that is a good thing to add to the meal. But as I said, I don't need carbs anymore. I'm trying to get off a lot of the carbs anyway. But they are so good. That is good. I like this texture. 1 pot meal. Good. I'm just stirring to make sure that the honey has went all the way through. think you're right on time if I hear something about it. They'll start making the plates, so you're right on time.
Ooh. You played makeup. That's about right.
Yes. Zaza right here some sad.
This Zaza?
He might end up being listening. I just had to make some room in the pot to stir without any spillage. And that's before the honey though, so you can taste it with the honey. My taste test to see where we at with it. Get a little bit of this meat in there too. Let me know how it tastes, honey. I hit that honey.
Yes, goodness, it's scrumptious.
Good. All right, y'all, look at that. Let me just put a plate in there.
Oh, yeah, that's scrumptious for real.
I'm glad to hear it. A little bit of the sauce on the edge. Let's see what it looks like up close, everyone. You can grab yours if you would like.
Okay.
You're welcome. You'll let the kids know it's ready too. And you're good. You let everybody know it's ready. You said, Look at that. This is gonna be the thumbnail right there.
You want me to just put it in this bowl?
Yes, you can. Kids has had time to cool too, so it's probably good. Y'all, this goodness looking like. Tonight we eat like kings and queens. All right, look at that one. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna put some more cayenne and pepper on top of mine because I like a little heat. As you can hear, Zaza is eating his plate. And like I said, look at this. Everybody, a family of 6. Because Zaza's included, all on one pot meal, and we all gonna be able to dig back in here and get some more if we want to, but you're gonna get full off this first plate, I'm telling you. The flavor's so good that you might just go back for seconds, I'm telling you.
That's right. I just want a couple pieces of this meat. That's right.
That's right, y'all.
That's right. I'm the one who comes and scavenge the meat.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. Is that everybody? Yeah, I got all the plates made.
Oh, we
Now,
ain't had-
well, it'll be made for later. So everybody can come and get their taste test on. Up all the spillage, get it clean as you go. Good meals on a budget, y'all. Y'all better cook at the house. I'm telling you. right, let me get my taste testers down here so y'all can hear the reactions.
Dang, you already done that? Okay.
Anyone else? Yep.
Whoa, that was quick.
That's what I want to tell you because it's laid on me. I thought I almost lost it. It's already manifested. You know?
Hey, yeah. I like counting.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Definitely.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Choose any one. Be careful, it's gonna slide on the plate when you get it. So any one of you get this, be careful because it will spill. Yeah. Get me a fork too. Add a little heat to mine. It's a little cayenne. Just to see what that hen like. And I'm gonna be real excited. I'm gonna add a little jalapeno too. Make sure you know what I'm talking. Put a few little peppers on that thing. Keeping it spicy, you know what I mean? All right, you know when food good, it get quiet. So that's how you know it's good. That's the plate right now. That's for real gonna be the thumbnail, y'all. That looks good. I'm finna dig into this. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been good and a very great experience cooking with you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all tune in again for all the lives because we're gonna keep these inexpensive, good, love-filled meals coming. All right, deuces, peace.